What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Guapo, it's been like 3 weeks. What the hell, bro? Well, we had to do a few things. As you might see, we got this really cool, got to get it pointed right here, really cool new logo going on. Digging that. And you might be looking at the screen going, I don't see Little Guapo. I don't see Baby Bruss. No, you don't. You see my co-host for the night, the one, the only, the guy. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody?
He's been behind the scenes since we've been doing this, finally making his on-camera debut. Oh, boy, J Red in the house. What's up, J Red? Glad to have you here. Glad to see you coming back with us. We've got Camino in the house. Glad to see you too. Man, it's been a great little break, but I'm so ready to get back to wrestling, man. It's been fun, but it's time to get back at it. What's up, Rick? SCP Rick saying pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. What is a day if you don't get at least one Oz reference? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So we got a lot going on. I mean, November is a big month for our local wrestling, for our West Texas independent wrestling, because this is how they wrap their year up, is in the month of November. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here in just a moment. Before we do, I want to throw some thank yous out there. Thank you to everybody that's watching, everybody that's listening, everybody that's following, subscribing. Thank you to our chatters. We always enjoy interacting with you guys. Thank you to Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for our theme music. The track is called Head Rush. The album is called Monsters. Absolute bangers, each and every one. Now,
that's right, Camino. It is shattered. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the illusion has been shattered indeed. We've got a lot going on this month, like I was saying a minute ago. Myself, Little Guapo, Baby Bruss, the guy himself, all going to be in Levelland November 11th for BCW's Draw the Line. Now, this is kind of a special show, and it holds a place in my heart because this is a veterans appreciation show. Of course, our veterans out there doing the damn thing so that we can do what we do here, and nothing but love and appreciation for each and every one of them. Not only is this a veterans appreciation show, but it's happening on Veterans Day, so that's kind of cool too. I'm kind of digging that. So I'm going to throw this whole card at you because damn, okay? So, of course, at our last show, we found out what was going to happen as far as the BCW Texas title. Our boy, Gabriel Alexander, winning the match against wildcard Jeb Bingham. The new BCW Texas champion. Couldn't be happier for him, but he is stepping into the ring with Superset TJ Slater, and that is going to be one hell of a match. Now, TJ has put it out there, you know, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but he's in essence told Gabriel Alexander that he needs to go ahead and shine that belt up and have it ready for TJ. And I got a chance to see Gabriel's response to that. And Gabriel said he's going to shine it up real nice, and it's going to go right back around his waist, and TJ is going to walk out just like he walked in, empty-handed. So a lot of momentum going into this. I can't wait to see what happens with all the back and forth to this.
I don't know. TJ got that build though. I think he may take that belt.
TJ does have the build, but Gabriel's got the heart. So and that's history has proven that those are the best matches.
Yeah.
You know, one's got the build, one's got the heart. Who's got the bigger desire to win the match?
Yeah.
We have a match for the old school tag team titles as well. You got Lucha Dad and Sonny Guapo, and you know, not Guapo's son because they're going to be up there with me, but Sonny Guapo along with Lucha Dad going against the Resistance for the old school tag team titles. Every time I see the Resistance in the ring, they're great. Don't get me wrong. They're great wrestlers. I love watching them do their thing, but they have got to be the luckiest guys out there to still have those belts.
Yeah. No, they're definitely man, I wasn't I wasn't super impressed with their last match they did at BCW. Just not super great, but hopefully they get that belt taken from them. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man, yeah, I love to hear it. I love to hear it. I've seen Lucha Dad. We all like Lucha Dad. I mean, who doesn't like somebody who comes to the ring in a shirt that says "I love hot" or "I heart hot Lucha Mom"? I'm just saying.
Yes, Lucha Dad
You had
definitely
my
fan
vote.
favorite.
You had my vote with that. I'm looking forward to. I've heard a lot about Sonny Guapo, and I'm looking forward to seeing him live in the ring, and that's going to be a great match. I mean, of course, we have another match going on that came about because of the TJ Slater and Mac the Franchise match. There was some involvement there by Atticus Wild. So we have our boy Mac the Franchise, who will be on the show next week. Apparently, we got some lines crossed there, but he will be on the show with us live next week. He'll be going against Atticus Wild. Now, for those that don't know who Atticus is, if you see Superset TJ Slater at a show, you see Atticus Wild right there with him. And he allegedly, I don't want to start any problems, so allegedly had a little interference going on and cost Mac the Franchise the match and the chance to go against Gabriel Alexander for the BCW Texas title. So they're going to settle this out right there at Draw the Line. Mac the Franchise, Atticus Wild. It's going to be good. Looking over at the chat, Mikey, what's up? Glad to see you here.
What's up, Mike?
We're actually just about to talk about Mr. Mikey over here. Of course, we've got the Guerrilla Militia in action. Anytime they're there, I mean, they're exactly. They are just titans out there in the ring. These guys they come in, they beat people down, they leave. I mean, it is what it is. Looking forward to seeing them in action. And we've got
thank you, Jeb. Thank you for that.
Wild card Jed Bingham showing a little love to the new logo. Appreciate that. Before we go further in this, I'm just going to tell you how we came about this new logo. So we went to Square Circle Pro, Headlocks and Heat Waves, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we went to Headlocks and Heat Wave. No,
it was the last one. The last show. We just.
That's right. We went to the last show, and the person sitting behind us her name is Sarah, and she is a graphic designer and saw the designs we had on the back of our shirts and said, you know what? I think those are cool, but I got this idea going. And the next day sent me this logo and said, you know what? You guys used it. So special thanks to her because thank you, Mikey. It was birthiversary.
Yeah, birthiversary. I couldn't remember it either.
So thank you to Sarah for this awesome logo because it is just that. It is awesome. We love it.
Yes, it's fantastic. It's now on all the social medias everywhere. Plus here, we got some other new stuff coming shortly. As soon as
you're going to be seeing some changes over the next couple of weeks. We're sprucing things up a bit. But getting back to BCW's Draw the Line, we've got a debuting Max Beckett going against Damo McCullough. I have not had the opportunity to see Max Beckett, but I've heard good things, and I'm all about you. Anytime you can put Damo McCullough in a match, it's going to be a fight, and love that.
Yep. I've only ever seen Damo do any kind of matches, so it'll be interesting to watch.
Rick in the chat saying Sarah also made the ringside logo for Heck Yeah Radio. So she's good at what she does. You guys need some graphic design. I believe that should be the person you talk to. Mm-hmm. We've got I'm glad we have Mikey here because we're going to have a night in the spotlight, which is, of course, Logan Knight's talk show segment. And his guest, the one and only Mike Caldwell, the big Mike, I've been waiting for this. There's been so much talk, so much of this from Logan every time Mike is brought up, that the two of you in the ring together, face to face, I can't wait to see what happens.
It wasn't even just in the ring. I mean, when we had him on the podcast, he was keyboard warrior. Just typing all kinds of crap.
Hashtag for today. Hashtag keyboard warrior.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Man, it. Don't get me wrong, Logan's a cool dude sometimes, but his whole spotlight situation, that something's got to change. He's always coming in and messing everything up. I think somebody needs to put him down in his place. I think Mike's just the person to do that.
So I know you're in the chat, Mike. I mean, give us a little taste. Are you going to put him in his place? Are you going to shut him up? What are we doing here? What are you going to do with Logan Knight finally face to face in the ring? That's what I want to know.
Pull a chair out somewhere, put it on the ring for him.
I know that I'm fresh out of tables after a couple of shows ago, but
oh yeah, definitely Camino.
Camino in the chat saying if it came down to a fight, my money's on Mikey. Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Mikey, I'm hoping it, and this is bad of me to say, I'm sure, but I'm kind of hoping it comes down to a fight. And Mikey, that's a technicality. I'm just saying. Oh, street fight, yes. Street fight.
Yeah.
I am interested to see where that one goes. We do have one other thing going on. Wildcard Jed Bingham, who's here in the chat as well, going to be discussing what's next for him. At the last show, we got the opportunity to see Jed Bingham and Wildcard have a little bit of a falling out. So it's going to be good to see what Jed Bingham has on the horizon. Mikey says his mouth still works.
Yes. That is.
I think we may have started something here.
A little bit. That's okay.
You know what? That's okay though. This is what we love. This is yes. What we want to see.
Lots of love here.
No, I really am interested to see though what Jeb's got to say. I know he's been going through a journey to find who he is. Like Wildcard's always been a part of Jeb, but he's been going through this journey to find out who is Jeb. And I'm interested to see what's on the horizon for him. So we'll hear about that from him. And then, of course, we have Scar's Bear Hug Open Challenge. Ooh. And I'm going to have to keep a hand over the mouth of my eldest son so that he does not answer this call, because he's still of the mindset that Scar cannot keep him in a bear hug.
I mean, if he even gets to go, because there may be a wedding somewhere in there.
I'm about ready to tell him he's fixing to be married to this damn podcast because.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you definitely need to come see everything live. It's so much better. Plus, you get to see us.
Yeah. You get to see us there. It's all the fun. All the cool kids are doing it. So make sure you're there. November 11th, TMW Event Center, Levelland, Texas, for BCW Draw the Line. It's going to be a great show. I'm kind of hoping that Logan Knight gets his ass kicked. And if you tell him I said that, I mean, I don't care.
A little bit.
It's going to be a good show, and I want to see each and every one of you out there. Again, that's Saturday, November 11th, TMW Event Center, BCW Draw the Line. Doors are at 6, I believe. Mikey will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure doors are at 6. That's November 11th. You move 1 week later, and now we're talking about Squared Circle Pro Pieces for Quitters, which is a hell of a name all in its own. It's what?
I say it's a mouthful.
It can be. Okay, yeah, 5:30. Mikey says 5:30 is VIP entrance for the BCW show, 6 o'clock for general admission. It's going to be a good one. Don't miss out on it. As far as Pieces for Quitters, this is going to be a good one as well. We've got Gino Rivera with a nickname I haven't heard. We've heard all sorts of nicknames for Gino. We've heard the Puerto Rican Pitbull. We've heard some that the community guidelines won't let me say from some of the people in the crowd. But I've got him down on this one as Hate Breed Gino Rivera going against Chris Watson for the Heck Yeah Radio iPay-per-view title. Now, here's the thing about this match. No DQ, no countouts, no time limit. There will be a winner of this match. And I'm going to tell you right now, I put my money on Chris Watson because everything that Gino Rivera has to use to get out of matches, which have been DQs, countouts, time limit, he doesn't have those anymore. And he can't have any of his guys out by the rings. So I'm just saying, I think Chris Watson has got this. He's my pick. That's my boy, Chris Watson, for the win. Your new Heck Yeah Radio iPay-per-view champion.
I'm gonna go with yes on that. Like I agree with you. Chris Watson is definitely better, in my opinion, than Gino. Like I just can't stand Gino, man. He's not the guy. Just get him out of the ring.
And like right now, today, this very moment, Chris Watson is in a gym, working out, preparing. Gino Rivera is in Disneyland.
Really?
He is.
That's fantastic.
And I'm not saying anything bad about that, Gino. I'm glad you got the opportunity to go, brother. It's an experience, and I'm glad you're getting to experience it. You know, be in the happiest place on earth until you get your title taken away from you, and it's not so happy anymore.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Oh yeah.
So we've been seeing at quite a few of the shows, the last few shows, that Jason Zane and Manimal have left like a trail of bodies behind them. And at Birthiversary, he wanted a match. Jason Zane wanted a match, and it was given to him. So he has got an open challenge. Jason Zane and Manimal, open challenge to anybody that wants to take it. Who's going to take it? I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't like Jason, but those same people aren't trying to get out there and mess with the Manimal. So
that's true. I do believe. I don't think I was drunk enough to forget it, but I do believe that I remember that they did come out and cause a scene. When it during one of the women's matches, or was it after that?
It was because Jason was about to have Manimal destroy Misty Marks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he definitely needs to be put in his place, in my opinion.
The last person I saw, well, I don't remember the last person I saw put. I mean, I've seen a couple of people put Jason in his place, but you know, when you've got the Manimal behind you, that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
So, Camino got no love for Jason Zane. Zero.
No. I don't think they're like, even the crowd, I don't think had a lot of love for Jason Zane last time. No. Yeah, big club, definitely.
Yeah, I'm glad you said big club, because the last person that said something about that says he sure does come out with a big bone. I'm like, man, you can't say it like that. What?
I want to say maybe Stackhouse. Maybe is it Sam Stackhouse? I think he should.
Sam Stackhouse.
I'm gonna hope that he comes out and answers that call.
I could see. Ooh, good call, man. I could see Sam Stackhouse doing a thing or two. I think Camino likes that idea too.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty hilarious to see.
The Manimal versus Sam Stackhouse. Wow. Yeah, man. I
see it.
Can't wait for the 18th. Find out how this is going to go down. We've got a contenders match, a women's contenders match. Skylar Slice going against the Rising Phoenix of Texas, Nova Phoenix. It's going to be a good match. It always is. I believe it was 2 weeks ago, Skylar Slice was at SmackDown. Like, I don't know in what capacity, but I believe on social media I saw she was at SmackDown. And Nova Phoenix has proven herself time and time again. So these two ladies going at it for number one contendership is going to be outstanding. And I honestly, just looking at the way both of them have done, I can't tell you right. I can't give a pick in this match because either one of them could take it easily.
Right. Well, and I haven't seen either one of them wrestle yet, so we'll definitely be looking forward to that one.
Easy, Rick. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but you know what? It's going to be good. It's going to be a good match.
Yep.
And Rick, correct me if I'm wrong about this, but is it the winner of that match that goes on to be in the women's championship match? Before I say something about the match, I want to make sure I'm right about it.
He says no.
Because we do have a West Texas women's championship match. Oh, okay. See, I almost messed that up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why you asked for the information first.
See, that's how do you learn things? Pay attention, children. How do you learn things? You ask questions. Mm-hmm. So Misty Marks is going to be going against an opponent to be determined. Like, she's in the match, but she's going to be going against an opponent to be determined for this Squared Circle Pro West Texas Women's Championship. Will it be Skylar Slice or Nova Phoenix? Maybe. Rick saying that a decision will be made about the women's championship match in the opening segment. Sweet. Awesome. So we're going to find out first rattle out of the box who Misty Marks will be going against.
Nice.
Now, we talked about him a little bit for BCW. We're going to talk about him again. We've got TJ Slater and Nate Collins in a tag team match against Justin Taylor and a mystery opponent. Mm-hmm. Now, at Birthiversary, TJ Slater and Nate Collins put on a banger of a match. It was,
wasn't it a three-way? Didn't they do a three-way?
I don't think so. I think it was just them two.
Okay.
I've had a little sleep and a lot to drink since then, so I can't answer that.
I was pretty sure they did a three-way match.
I can't answer that correctly right now.
Maybe it was the pregame show. I don't know.
The first match was a triple threat. I remember that.
Okay, well, and I thought TJ wasn't. Anyways, Rick can correct me if I'm wrong there. Justin faced Nate 1-on-1.
I know what I'm. That's right. It was TJ Slater versus JKM versus Ankler, and TJ Slater won that one. And now he and Nate Collins are going to be going against Justin Taylor and a mystery opponent. And I like the mystery opponent thing because I'm running through the Rolodex in my mind. That's a file with a bunch of names on it for you kids that don't know what a Rolodex is. But I'm running through the Rolodex in my mind of who could be this mystery opponent. I mean, there's any number of people.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah. Rick, I appreciate that because I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Slater wins. Slater goes in and attacks Justin after Justin beats Nate Collins, and Nate Collins joins in the beatdown. That's how this match came to be. Okay. Again, small amounts of sleep, large amounts of drink. Don't laugh at me. Don't judge me.
That's funny.
But when you stop and think about Justin Taylor, like, Justin Taylor is everybody's friend. Like, everybody likes Justin Taylor. Mm-hmm. So there's any number of people. There's Jeb, there's Draven, there's all these people that could be his partner. So I'm interested to see who it's going to be, because Justin Taylor, you could put me with Justin Taylor and Justin's going to make me look good because he's that good in the ring. Yeah. So you take somebody that's got that equal level of experience and that equal level of fight and put them with Justin. TJ Slater and Nate Collins are going to have a lot on their hands.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Justin has done nothing but prove himself left and right every time I've seen him do a match. So,
well, and as Camino says, he is the living proof.
He's the living proof, yeah. I agree.
And I've said this before on the podcast. I'll say it again right now. If we don't see Justin Taylor inked to a televised roster within this next year, what are people doing?
Yeah. There's been a long line of people offering to step up as Justin's partner.
That doesn't surprise me in the least. Mm-hmm. You know, Justin, if you have problems, If you can't find anybody, I'm there. I got you, bro.
Oh, so it's up to Justin who he chooses. It's not just okay. I got you. Awesome.
Justin, I'm just kidding. Don't pick me.
Hey,
That's not going to turn out the way we want it to.
Look, I believe in the 100 follower video. Everybody got to see you practice. I'm sure you can continue to practice. You can get in there.
I'm just saying. I would step up, no problems, but it's not going to end the way you want it to.
Camino volunteering as tribute. That's
there you go, Camino. See, Camino, on the other hand, see, you would need to pick him before you pick me. I'm just saying. Okay, so
pretty sure
I am interested,
prime, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't want to show everybody out.
I mean, yeah.
Everybody tells me if I'm gonna wrestle, I need to get into shape. I keep having to remind them that round is a shape.
Right. Hey, same. I'm not wearing black for no reason.
So, talking about this, I am very interested to see who Justin picks, and it's going to be a banger of a match because all of these guys are just absolute talent. So, it'll be good to see what's going on there. Now, the next match I got on here, Cesar Torres versus Emilio Guzman. Emilio, you broke my heart.
Yes.
I don't know what to think about you.
Disappointing. Gosh.
I'm so hurt. So at Birthiversary, we had JC Bravo and Cesar Torres in a strap match to settle everything out. And what happens at the end of it? Everything's good. The match is over. Emilio turns on the family.
Yep.
Emilio, what are you doing? Well, now Emilio is in a match with Cesar Torres, and the loser must retire. Damn. This is a retirement match. One of these two people is not going to be wrestling again for Squared Circle Pro.
Now, look, I'm sure that if you're a longtime follower and you've been in the chat a lot, during the last few months that we've been doing this, you see me, I'm a big Guzman fan. Like every single time you mention his name, I say Guzman. Just we got the T-shirt in the background.
No, I took my T-shirt down because you broke my heart, Emilio.
Yeah, right. But I see where he's coming from. He wants to be big dog. Just step it up a bit, and turning on the family is not the answer, in my opinion.
Vin Diesel would be disappointed.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm at. Emilio, I take it back. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, God.
And coming from a dad, that hurts worse. I'm just telling you.
Yes, it does.
But, we make jokes about it and all that. It's a serious deal. This is a family feud. This is brother against brother. And when the match is over, when the smoke clears and the dust settles, one of these two is retiring from Squared Circle Pro.
Man.
So a lot on the line in that match.
Very much so. Not in happily is so accurate. Like that.
Yeah,
I don't really want to see either one of these guys retire. Honestly, I just got started in all this, so still fresh off the bench, so to speak. So, yeah, career match, correct.
It is. It is a career match, and I'm a little concerned because I do. I like them. I'm kind of with you. I like them both. I don't want to see either one of them be gone. I want to see Cesar beat the hell out of Emilio for turning on family, but I don't want to see him leave.
Right. Put him in his place a little bit, but don't retire.
It's a lot on the line there. A whole lot on the line. Okay, so we have a debut. Stormy Renee debuting at Squared Circle Pro. Victoria Mosh returning to Squared Circle Pro. Happy about that.
That's before
I've seen her wrestle once, and it was insanity.
Sweet.
Like, she gets in the ring and just goes crazy, and I love it. I'm here for it.
I can't wait to watch it.
Stormy Renee, I don't know what to think. Okay, I'm not going to lie. When we saw the promo from Stormy Renee at Birthiversary, my first thought was, who let their little sister get a hold of the camera? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stormy. That was my first thought. But after going back and doing a little research, this girl got some fight in her, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping that, while I hope that she is watching, because, you know, we love it when people watch our show, kind of hope that she's not, because after seeing the fight she's got in her, I don't want her to, like, you know about that little sister thing that I just said. But no, the girl's got some fight in her. I'm interested to see who she goes against. Of course, one of the bigger matches that's going to be going on at Pieces for Quitters is the Gauntlet Armageddon. How do you finish off a year? You do it with a 30-man battle royal.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of dudes in one ring.
I'm just going to throw a few names at you. So you've got Alasdair and Poison both debuting. Now, you may be wondering, okay, debuting in the Gauntlet Armageddon, that's cool, but Lucas Scratch, like, he's got a thing going here, I can tell, because he keeps recruiting. You know, he's got Thomas Silva, who's already in the Gauntlet Armageddon. He's got the Red X JKM, and now he's also got Alasdair and Poison. So he's got 4 guys. There's a chance he walks out of this as the manager of the champion for Squared Circle Pro. He's got 4 dogs in the fight.
That doesn't seem fair, but
fair is where you go to ride rides and eat cotton candy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say.
So what you're saying is you're on his side? Is that what you're saying? Like, who else is in there?
I am on nobody's side. I am on podcast side.
You're on podcast side? I'll throw you in there. I'll be in your corner.
Well, so we've got Alasdair and Poison debuting. We've, of course, got Thomas Silva, the Red X JKM, LC Mox. Big old boy, LC Mox. Little Guapo got very acquainted with his boot during Birthiversary because he kind of landed on us.
Right, he landed. Yeah, I got you.
That was an experience, and when we say it's right there in your face, you know, it's boot right to the forehead. It doesn't get much more in your face than that.
The body's landing on things of that nature.
So LC Mock's going to be in. The certified go-getter, friend of the podcast, Draven Reeves, going to be in the gauntlet. The last Maverick of West Texas, Ryan Justice. It feels weird not saying Squared Circle Pro champion, Ryan Justice. But because of the way the match happened between him, LC Mox, and Fuego del Sol, the title's being held up. So the winner of this match is going to be the champion. So it's weird to not say Squared Circle Pro champion Ryan Justice, but he is in the match, as is our boy Jeb Bingham.
Hell yeah.
Jeb bringing the fight.
Get in there.
Looking real forward to that because zero quit in that dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the things I love about watching him wrestle. Zero quit.
And have you seen the shape that this guy's getting in? I don't know if you've been keeping up with the social medias. I've been checking on his Facebooks every now and then. I'm not creeping. I'm not stalking. Just checking in on some cool wrestlers. That's all. Try to up my wrestling game, so to speak. But Jeb's definitely getting in better shape than I've seen him ever. Like, honestly, listening to his regimen that he's got going on for working out and his dieting, he's doing a great job.
Oh, no, I agree wholeheartedly. And I have said it before, the difference between the last match we saw him in, like, what was it, a month, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
A month and a half ago? Mm-hmm. The last match we saw him in a month and a half ago to now, just the difference there. So when you go back and look, you know, first of the year to now, it's a completely different person. And Jeb, you know, kudos to you for it, man. You have made such a transformation. We here at the podcast see it, and I know everybody else does. Proud as hell of you for it, brother. It's awesome, man. And of course, like I said, zero quit in this dude. So I'm happy to see that he's going to be in there. One of the surprises from Birthiversary also going to be in this Gauntlet Armageddon, Noby Bryant. You know, he got into it a little bit with Sam Stackhouse at Birthiversary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Noby Bryant, Sam Stackhouse, both in the Gauntlet Armageddon.
Stackhouse going to be in the Gauntlet.
That's going to have to be a big ass gauntlet.
Yeah. Hey, Rick, are we increasing the ring size just a little bit for all these guys that are going to be in there with Sam?
We've also got, speaking of big dudes, Stonewall Remsen.
Oh.
Stonewall Remsen going to be in there, as is his partner in Riot, Reggie Lincoln. And Reggie's been saying for a minute, you guys don't hear me, and you're going to hear me now. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, this is his chance to make that happen. Saw a debut at Birthiversary for another person that's going to be in there, Cappuccino Jones.
Oh, that dude made me laugh so hard. And the little girl that was next to us.
Now, I was just fixing to say, Cappuccino Jones comes out. Of course, he's got a cappuccino with him, which is, I mean, I get it. He comes out and he struts to the ring. He's doing his thing, gets up on the ropes and picks his arms up. This little girl couldn't have been more than 9 years old, just looks at him and goes. He looks at that little girl and goes, she just flipped me off. He was appalled.
Oh, yeah. And it was hilarious. Yes, they kept doing it like the entire time he was wrestling. She kept reaching up there and giving him the bird. It's just like, wow.
It was crazy. So he's going to be in the match as well. Nathan Estrada going to be in the match. JC Bravo. Tio's in the match. And kind of a surprise to me, a pleasant surprise at that, our boy Fuego del Sol.
Oh, he's coming back. Look at that.
He's coming back. He's going to be in the Gauntlet Armageddon. And now this is I've listed off 16 people here. There's still another 14 people that are going to be in that match that have not been announced yet, that we will announce as soon as we have them. But speaking of announcing things, got some information fresh off the presses, has not been announced yet. We're going to break the news right here on the podcast.
Ooh.
At Pieces for Quitters, Veronica Vega of La Migra is issuing an arm wrestling open challenge.
Ooh.
She is tired of being looked at like she's nothing but arm candy, and I don't know what kind of candy that would be, but anyway, she's tired of being looked at as arm candy, and she's ready to show that she is not. So she is giving an arm wrestling open challenge. I'm interested to see where that goes.
Does she start out small? Like right, so she's starting out small to lead to the actual matches. I understand. Not arm.
See, there you go. There you go. Now, not only that, but at Birthiversary, there was a four-way tag team match. And the winner of that match got a first-round bye in an upcoming tag tournament that's going to go on throughout 2024. Of course, Code won that match. How? I'm not sure because, damn it, Logan. Logan Knight, Rob Boris winning the match, getting the first round bye. Well, I have got the honor of announcing we will have another Fatal 4-Way Tag Team bout featuring Island Rage. Of course, that's Baby Samoa, Brian Rage Rivera. Awesome. Versus Los Crudos, Avon Axel and DeSauce.
Ooh.
Downfall Cathedral, Ryan Riven and Ramrock. Those guys are insane.
Right.
And, of course, La Migra, Diablo Blanco and Charlie 50. And, of course, if you've got Diablo Blanco and Charlie 50 out there, Gringo Loco and Veronica Vega are in the corner. Now, the winner of this match is going to join Code in having a first-round bye in the tag tournament.
Oh, okay.
So there you have it. Breaking news. We have two more matches. The Fatal 4-Way Tag Team bout for the first-round bye, and, of course, Veronica Vega with an arm wrestling open challenge.
I wonder
And
who's going to accept that challenge.
how do you top that? Tell me that.
Oh shit! I don't know.
You want me to tell you how you top that?
Yeah, go for it.
You start the whole night off at 4:30 p.m. with a meet and greet with Medusa.
What? No.
Call her Medusa, call her Alundra Blaze, just call me there because I'm about that life.
Call me there. You don't even have to call me there. I'm on the way before you call.
Yeah, you guys heard it right. Alundra Blaze. She's gone by Alundra Blaze. She's gone by Medusa, WCW, WWF, WWE. She has been out there, just great wrestling talent, and she is going to be there live for a meet and greet. Starts at 4:30. I'm hoping, I can find some way to get I don't know, press credentials or something so I can be there at like 4:15.
Yeah, right. Show up early, maybe.
Be like, how you doing?
How you doing?
Just playing.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been a week. I'm a little silly today, but it's because I have missed being able to do this with you guys, being here. I've missed it so much.
Been out for 3 weeks, man. Got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about.
So we still have more coming in the lineup for Squared Circle Pro. That's what we have available right now. So as we get more information, we'll put it out there. But Pieces for Quitters, Saturday, November 18th. Doors are at 5:30. First bell's at 6. Jake's Back Room, the Room of Doom, as we call it. Oh, you don't want to miss it.
This is lovely Room of Doom.
It is the Room of Doom. So there's another show coming up that we're going to be getting some information on, and I'm looking forward to being able to put a little information about it. But December 2nd, Old School Wrestling is having their revival show, and I'm looking forward to that one. There's going to be some great matches on that. There's a lot of history with OSW, and so I'm looking forward to hearing about the matches that are going to go on with that. That's December 2nd over in Midland, I believe.
Ooh,
I think that's right. If I'm wrong, somebody will correct me.
Yeah. I should hope so. I don't want to show up in Midland and not be there. Or it not be going on.
Show up in Midland and it's somewhere else. That would be our luck.
Sorry, it's in Odessa. Oh, well. It's only like a 5-minute trip.
Okay, it's in Odessa.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so it's in Odessa. OSW Revival going down in Odessa. And as we get information about that, we're going to put that out there as well. So be watching the socials because the socials are fixing to start popping. That's one of the things that we're updating with everything is we're going to be hitting those socials hard. So
yeah,
be watching for that. I can't tell you how excited I am about West Texas Independent Wrestling in the month of November.
Hey, I'm super excited to go to all this stuff, man. Like just being a part of it is definitely awesome and kind of life-changing, like this whole situation. I know this is the first time I've ever actually, I think I've ever actually been on the podcast. And I'm glad to be here. I mean, it just like Kamina said earlier, it does kind of break the illusion. But hey, you got to come on here and chat every once in a while, even though I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
No. What illusion does it break?
The illusion that I'm just in the background. That's the whole point. I'm just the guy. I'm not supposed to be up here. This is different.
But see, you're the guy. If we need video stuff, you're the guy. If we need audio stuff, you're the guy. If we need streaming stuff, you're the guy. If I need a co-host, you are now the guy.
Yeah, Green Curtain. There you go, Camino. Green Curtain. I'm here. I am here.
So again, make sure you're getting your tickets for these. Make sure you're at BCW Draw the Line in Levelland on the 11th. A week later, we've got Squared Circle Pro here in Lubbock. And a couple of weeks after that, over in Odessa, you've got the OSW Revival Show. You have no excuses not to experience this live. And I hope that each and every one of you do. So there's been some craziness. We're gonna transition a little bit. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
It's funny you say that, Camino, because that's where we're at. Let me talk to you about some Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel coming up this Saturday from Saudi Arabia. It's going to be a good show, possibly. And why do I say possibly? Because heard today there's some concern about bad weather going to be there. It's supposed to rain like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, it is in Riyadh. My bad. It's in Riyadh. Again,
Yes.
little sleep, lots of drinks. Riyadh, that's correct.
Little sleep, lots of drinks.
They're concerned about bad weather. They're concerned about rain. So I'm interested to see how WWE works that out and how it affects everything. But let's look at some of the matches on this. And I want to get your opinion, and I want to get the chat's opinion on some of these. What's going to happen? Camino saying it's an open stadium. Rain will delay things for sure. It is an open stadium. That's the big concern there. But let's look at some of these matches. So you've got Sami Zayn going against JD McDonough. JD McDonough trying to prove that he is good for the Judgment Day and starting to do a good job with it. I'm not gonna lie. He's starting to show himself pretty well. So Sami Zayn gonna have his work cut out for him. JD McDonough, of course, trained by Finn Balor. Sami Zayn has been Rick saying the ring's under a giant canopy. Well, that makes life a little easier.
Yeah.
I can imagine having helped build, having had that opportunity to see how a ring goes together, to help put a ring together. I couldn't imagine trying to wrestle on a wet ring.
Oh, yeah. That sounds terrible.
Mikey said JD's a bobblehead. The dude does have a huge head, and don't tell me what.
Don't tell me what.
No. Those of you who have ever been to Nightmare in the last, I don't know, this month, understand why I'm saying no. Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, man.
It's the guy from Shrek. Yes. Sami Zayn versus Lord Farquaad.
Oh.
Okay. Thanks. Camino, thank you for that, because now when I watch this match, all I'm going to see is Sami Zayn going against Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad. That's great. All right, so who do y'all have in this one? Me personally, I'm thinking Sami pulls this one out.
I agree.
I do that, Camino.
Yes. Send memes. We need those. Dude. I almost imitated.
Don't tell me what to
do. I agree with the Sami Zayn outcome.
Camino's thinking JD. I'll tell you why I think Sami. I think this is a chance for JD to showcase, but I don't think this is the peak of his showcase yet. I think he still gets beat by Sami, but he starts getting, they've played him off as kind of the redheaded stepchild. Forgive me, I know he's Irish, but they've played him off that way. But I believe this is a chance for them to put some legitimacy behind the skill that I know he does have. So I think that's the way they do it. Sami wins, but it's a good rub for Lord Farquaad.
I'm not the monster here, you are.
Rick says no way Zayn doesn't win this one. It's the opening match, and they're going to want that pop. That's another aspect of it is in Riyadh, they're real big about your pops. Real big about getting that pop. So that's another good reason to say Sami Zayn's got this one. But I really do hope that it's done in such a way that it gives some legitimacy to JD McDonough, because he really is a great talent, and maybe not being used as well as he could be right now. I think that he will be. Like they're working him they're working with the Judgment Day thing. So that pop can come later with opening the actual show with Seth. See, but they're not going to do that.
Well, they could. They might.
They could. That would be kind of cool. Come think of it, but I do believe that I read somewhere that Sami Zayn and JD McDonough is the opening one. I do think that Zayn will do his Arabic promo just because the pop that got last time was insane. And he's actually able to come back now. So I think that's great. And Camino, I agree with you. That would be a cool setup. First big title and then end with a big title because we do have both championships on the line.
Pre-show.
So Sammy would be the pre-show match. Huh? Hey, you pushing Sami Zayn all the way back to pre-show. No love. No love at all.
Hey, just like you said, redhead stepchild. We don't get no love.
Yeah, no love. Zero. So we also have Io Sky versus Bianca Belair for the women. I'm not sure what that belt's called.
Retro. I don't either. You want me to look it up?
I know it's a women's title, but I think the women's world title is Rhea's, I believe. So I don't know if this is just the women's WWE women's title. So Sammy pre-show for the cause of JD, and then start the show with that big title and bring them down. That could be good. That's the women's world title. Okay. Io Sky and Bianca Belair for the women's world title. I think Io Sky retains in this one. I think she retains in dirty fashion. Okay, WWE Women's Championship. I don't see Io losing the belt, but because Bianca has had such an issue with Judgment Day, I can't see this not ending with a dirty finish. I think Io retains because of a dirty finish.
I could see that. Either Bailey costs what?
Either Bailey costs Io or Kairi Sane returns. There is big talk about Kairi Sane coming back. She's recently been put back on the internal roster. So, but do you bring her back in Riyadh or do you bring her back at Survivor Series? That's the question. I kind of feel like Io takes the belt on to Survivor Series, and that's where we see Kairi Sane come back. And I know the guy sitting over there going, who?
Yeah. Like
do your homework on Kairi Sane because she's – give me my Kairi Sane back. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. We've also got John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. I think Cena takes this one. There's so much buildup with he hasn't had a match. He hasn't won a match in over 2,000 days. A singles televised match in over 2,000 days. I think he gets his win here and retires.
It's about time. I'm gonna be honest.
I think we see the John Cena retirement after this match.
Yeah, he's moved more. Well, I don't really think he's done more movies as of late, but he definitely needs to get out of the scene, in my opinion. I'm not a big Cena fan anyway, so never.
Rick saying that he thinks Cena put Solo over. I could see that too. I just feel like with the talk of retirement and the talk of this is going on, it could go one of two ways. Actually, kind of reviewing it a little more here. If Cena follows that old school mentality, you always go out on your back. Look at any of the old school wrestlers from the 80s up, the 70s, 80s, up even up into the early 90s. If you're going out, you always go out on your back.
Yeah.
And so that it would make sense for Cena to put Solo over and then either that night or the next night or 2 nights later on Raw, drop the retirement. Mm-hmm. I think that's a strong possibility there.
And I'll be out there with my sign saying, "It's about time. We can see you now."
All right. Camino, loved having you here, brother. Hope to see you next week when we do this again. But yeah,
Yeah.
take it
See you
easy,
later,
man.
Camino.
We've got Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. This is going to be a you'll never see him. Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. Now, I'm going to say what I think about this one, and a lot of people are going to disagree. But I think Cody Rhodes takes this one, and I'll explain why in a little bit. It's called a charger. You need to keep one on hand.
Actually, I've noticed that the Twitch app actually sucks out more battery life, I guess, because it's constantly streaming and showing. I'm not entirely sure. Unless he's using the browser,
Mikey,
and then I really don't know.
Mikey agreeing with me. Cody says Cody smashes Damian. I really do feel like this is what happens. Rhodes with the win. Judgment Day cost Damian the match. I could see it going down that way. I could see that for sure, Rick. Rhodes is going to win one way or the other. Whether it's a clean win or Judgment Day gets involved, cost Damian the match. It's gonna be Cody Rhodes in this one. And here shortly, when we get a little further down into it, I'll explain why I feel that way. We also have Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul.
Oh man, Ray all day.
Ray, oh, that needs to be a shirt. Hashtag Ray all day.
Ray all day. Yes, yes. I've been a fan of Rey Mysterio like forever. I'm glad to see he's coming back, and I just don't like Logan Paul. Just don't like it. No, I'm not here.
Unfortunately, I do have to agree with Rick in this one. I think Logan Paul takes this. Logan Paul becomes the United States champion and takes that belt into Survivor Series. I'm not sure who he takes it back against, but he takes it to Survivor Series.
Taste in your mouth.
I mean, it does. I hate to say it. You know I love Ray. Ray's awesome. Camino thinks Ray retains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we got kind of a split going on here. I mean, I honestly feel that Logan's got this one. Earlier in the chat, Mikey said Logan beats Ray. Of course, we've got the guy in Camino thinks Ray pulls it out. Either way, it's going to be a good match. When have you ever seen either one of these people put on a bad match? Mikey says Judgment Day wants Priest to rematch Cody, ends up with the briefcase on the line in the future. Cody has access to Reigns all over again. Yeah, I'm okay.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Camino. Boo, Logan Paul. Logan wins and keeps the title until Mania drops it to LA Knight. Okay, I could see that.
I still say Ray all day. Like, we need either that be a hashtag somewhere or on a shirt. I don't care. Let's
make it happen. Hashtag Ray all day.
I'm not merch guy. Okay, I'm just the guy.
Hashtag Ray all day until Saturday when he loses the belt.
Whatever you want to say. We'll see.
We've got Women's World Championship. It's 5-way match. Rhea Ripley, of course, is the champion, versus Nia Jax, versus Zoe Stark, versus Shayna Baszler, versus Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea retains.
I can see that. I agree. Yes.
I mean, I think more what happened, what this match is more about, you're going to see Rhea and Nia go at it, but it's more putting Zoe, Shayna, and Raquel in the same ring and setting up that feud. That's what my opinion is. That's why this match was set up, was to get those three together. I think that Rhea being in the match is so that it'll be a title match, but I don't think she's in any danger of losing her belt.
Not in the slightest.
Personal opinion, but
I'm sure that's everybody's opinion.
Although I got to say, seeing Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and Raquel Rodriguez go at it, that's going to be good.
Well, I may have to
All
tune
them
in for
girls
that.
fight.
I haven't got to see that ever, so I got to catch up.
All
Right?
them girls. It's on the Peacock app.
Uh, I don't have that or know what that is, but I guess I will find out.
You buy them books and buy them books. You know what? I can't finish that because of community standards.
Guidelines. Mm-hmm.
But no, I do think Rhea's in zero danger of losing her title in that match. But I do want to see it bring Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and Raquel Rodriguez into a fight. That brings us to the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
Ooh, Rollins all day?
You got Rollins on that one?
I think
I got Drew.
Oh.
I've got Drew. Okay, here's my hot take. And you guys in the chat can let me know what you think about it. The guy can let me know what he thinks. It's a hell of a match because, I mean, it's Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Of course, it's a hell of a match. They have a great match. McIntyre comes out on top. Judgment Day comes out to celebrate with him because they've been trying to get him to be part of Judgment Day for a minute. But it was all just a ruse. Damian turns on him, cashes in, pins a beaten and battered Drew McIntyre, and now Damian Priest is your world champion. That's my thoughts on it.
Rollins wins. Drew goes heel after beats Seth near to death, and Priest cashes in. That's exactly what you just said, right?
Well, no, he's going the other way with it.
He's going the other
Rollins
way. Okay.
wins, and then Drew goes heel, beats Seth to death, and then Priest cashes in. See, I see it the other way, Rick. I see it where Drew wins and they turn on Drew. Like they've been trying to get him in and alluding to the fact that he's about to be part of the Judgment Day. I think it was all a ruse. I think after the match they turn on him, they beat him down. Damian Priest cashes in and is the new champion. That's the way I see that turning out.
Huh. Interesting. I still got Rollins though. I think
but Drew
Rollins
stops the cash in. Interesting.
Ooh.
That's what I love about matches like this. There's 2 or 3 stories either way you go. So
yeah,
that's what I love about a match like this. That brings us to our Universal title. Roman Reigns versus the guy everybody's talking about, L.A. Knight. Yeah. I am so excited about the fact that L.A. Knight is getting this match. No way in hell he wins this match. No. But I'm so excited that he's getting it. And here's my thoughts. Nobody wins this match. Roman's going to retain. It's going to be a dirty finish because this is where you're at. If you allow Roman Reigns to pin LA Knight clean, you're cutting the feet out of all the momentum you've built up to LA Knight. Granted, LA Knight has built up a whole lot of that on his own, and he's still going to be a crowd favorite, but you start chopping away at that momentum. And I don't think WWE is going to do that. At the same time, if you let LA Knight pin Roman Reigns, then you've ended that storyline. He's not the champ anymore. He hasn't held it for this many days. The bloodline thing isn't done yet. So there's no way that happens. So Roman Reigns is going to retain his belt, and it's going to be a dirty finish, but I think he's going to have the hell beat out of him by LA Knight for the majority of the match. And it's going to be, in my opinion, LA Knight wins the match, but he doesn't win the match because Solo comes out or Jay comes out. Actually, it's probably not Jay, but Jimmy comes out and costs the match to end.
Right.
Which it'd be a DQ and you don't lose the belt on a DQ. But Jimmy gets involved somehow and gets admonished for it. And that whole thing is going to happen. But Mike is absolutely right. This match gives LA Knight the Roman Reigns rub. So
Yeah.
that's going to work out well for him.
At least it's a good opportunity, see what he can do. I mean, you already know what he can do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just want to see Roman lose. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's time for that dude to let it go. It's been how many or how long has he had it? Been like 3 years or
Almost
something?
3 years.
Yeah. It's time to get out. Like, do something else. Let somebody
I
else
don't
take
think
it.
he loses the belt until he gets past Hogan's mark.
I don't know who that is, I guess.
Hulk Hogan?
Oh,
You know who that is?
Hogan? Okay, I know who Hulk Hogan is. Like, you had to say it
Oh,
that way.
okay. Whew. Lord, I was going to be embarrassed.
Hey, look,
Um,
I haven't been in the wrestling scene since 2004, something like that. That's the last time I actually watched any of the WWE stuff, and it was WWF back then. So
Roman is breaking Hogan's initial title reign. I agree, and I don't think Roman loses the belt until that happens.
yeah, how long was that?
Which means Roman loses the belt at Mania? SummerSlam at the oh yeah, he's gonna hold it past Mania. It'd be SummerSlam at the earliest. He said WWF.
That's what it was when I last watched. Man, it's been a long time.
Time for a new guy.
Hey, no. I'm good at what I do behind the scenes. This being up front, it's embarrassing myself right now. But
I think Jay Conrad's coming for your job.
hey, that's I mean, if he wants it, at the moment, we'll see what he can do. I'll give him a chance.
Say easy now, killer.
All
in all,
if he can handle it.
Crown Jewel has the potential to be a really good PLE, and I hope that it is. I hope it lives up to the potential. Camino want to know how to apply for your job.
Oh,
you're in love.
Yeah. Position's not open at the moment, but when it does become available, I'll send out. I'll have like something on one of our socials saying you can fill out an app here. We'll look for the best.
Fill out your application to be the guy. All right. Hold on. Now you got to calm down there a minute, Camino. Camino's saying the guy's going to say, "I remember when it was pay-per-view." No, I remember when it was pay-per-view. I remember when you had to pay $60 for the freaking thing so that you could watch it, and that's why I'm all about this whole PLE thing.
Yeah, I remember the pay-per-view stuff. I have honestly, I still call it pay-per-view. I do too. I don't call it PLE.
It is a premium live event.
Oh, shut
That's
up.
like the difference between no, seriously, and this is gonna throw it way back to some George Carlin, which a lot of you aren't gonna, you younger guys aren't gonna know who George Carlin is, but pay-per-view versus PLE is like the difference between, being traumatized and shell shock. That's there's such a difference there. This is a pay-per-view. Yeah. But Rock owes me $150 for wrestling, right? And I can honestly say this: when it was pay-per-view, at least they aren't as bad as some of the others were, where some of the boxing matches that you paid to watch are over in like 30 seconds. You paid $60 to watch 30 seconds worth of fight. Mm-hmm. At least they didn't do that at the time. So I give them that. Break out the scrambler. Okay. Allegedly, I might have potentially had one of those. Allegedly that I could watch those. Did you ask why he cost my Cena the WWE title to Miz? Hey, you know what? Miz fought an invisible Cena in the ring at Raw and made it work. You can't talk down to the Miz anymore, because when you can get into a fight and take a few punches from a John Cena that's not there. That's a whole new level. What is this?
With the Cena? Boo!
Now, like I said, Crown Jewel looks like it could be a really good PLE, and I hope that it is. I hope that it lives up to the potential that it has. Talking about Roman Reigns, LA Knight, I can't let it go by without talking about the promo they had on SmackDown. That was funny. So, for those of you that didn't get a chance to see it, I'll give it a little bit of a rundown. So, Roman Reigns is coming out, and everybody knows he's got a 375-minute walk from the curtain to the stage. So, he's about mid ramp, and he's fixing to hold the belts up, fixing to lift the belts, and LA Knight's music hits. He and Heyman both look dumbfounded. What the hell just happened? And LA Knight walks by, doesn't even look at him. I guess you could say he didn't acknowledge him. See what I did there with the acknowledge me?
I see what you did there.
Walks to the ring, doesn't even care about him. Just walks to the ring, gets in the ring, gets up, does his thing. Everything's good. Paul Heyman gets in, goes to the head of the table, sets the chair up, sets everything for Roman Reigns, goes to hold the ropes for Roman Reigns to come in, and LA Knight just plops down in that chair at the head of the table. He's like, here we go.
Yep.
Roman Reigns is not happy about that. Paul Heyman's freaking out, and he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. So Roman Reigns sits down. LA Knight absolutely owned Roman Reigns on the mic. I mean, just owned him. And you love to see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they go through everything. Roman Reigns is fixing to say something, and LA Knight looks at him and says, hey, Roman, the way I see it, I'm the head of the table. I'm the head of this table, so acknowledge me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, no, he didn't.
Damn.
So, yeah, it was a good promo. It got a lot of pop. It was really good. Roman Reigns got really mad, threw a table at LA Knight, got out, picked up a table, tried to put it in the ring, but was having a few problems. Maybe if he'd show up to a few more shows, he'd be good and could get the table in the ring like it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding, Roman. Don't. Oh. Sorry. I acknowledge you. All that stuff. Ooh. So he gets the table in there, and he's gonna put LA Knight through it. LA Knight ain't having it. Jimmy comes out. Jimmy gets put through a table. It's just a whole thing. LA Knight is on fire right now, and while I know he's not going to win the match, I'm excited to see where he goes from here. I mean, it's
yeah. Acknowledge Solo.
Camino acknowledges Solo. And you know what? That may become a thing. I'm still not sure what they're going to do with the whole. Are they letting the bloodline thing go? Because they're letting it get stale at the moment. And
yes,
once an angle gets stale, it's so hard to pull it back.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to hear from Mikey or Rick one on this. You know, being a booker, being a promoter, when you have a storyline that's this big, like the Bloodline storyline, and it begins to get stale, what do you do at that point? How do you bring that back? Because fans are very fickle nowadays. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, a bunch of snowflakes.
They've got the attention span of a kid watching Coco Melon. I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, how long? Can you tell me how long the Bloodline's been going on? Is it 3 years?
The Bloodline thing's been going on for over a year. I mean,
a year,
and a half, maybe.
I mean, basically, I would say you just rewrite it and introduce either new characters to the storyline or what have you, or just abandon it in general. You know.
Oh, it's 3 to 4 years now. My bad.
Oh, yeah,
and it does seem like that's what they're doing because they've talked to The Rock's daughter.
Uh-huh.
Ava Rain, I believe her name is.
I
They've
don't know.
talked to, like, they've made a whole thing about Paul Heyman talking to her. And being The Rock's daughter, of course, she's part of the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
There's been talk about Rikishi coming back for a long time.
I
I
would
don't
love
know
to
if
see
that's going
that.
to happen, but he's one of the elders and a part of the bloodline. It's just you've got who is it? You've got Zilla out there. You've got Jacob Fatu out there. I mean, there's more bloodline that you can bring in, but how do you get people excited enough to warrant bringing these people in? That's my question.
Well, that would be the question. Yeah. I really wish I could answer that for you. Rick, Mike, you guys there? You got anything? Bloodline does run deep. It's there's definitely a bunch of them in the bloodline. I'm so ready for Reigns to be done with it. Just in general, I'm tired of hearing about that. Just like Cena, it's like I understand. I get it.
We're breaking Camino's heart here.
I know I'm an ass.
Hey,
That's
he
all
said
I
it,
can
not
say.
me.
I mean, it's the truth though. But yeah, I mean, every time I turn around when I hear something about WWE, it's about the bloodline or Roman Reigns with that title. Uh, yeah. Well, deeper than they've ever gone. Hmm.
I mean, I agree. It's a very deep story. So with that
Okay.
being said, where do you go after Roman losing the title? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you give LA Knight the spotlight. See what I did there?
I see what you did there. And Rick, I will agree with you that it is one of the biggest reasons for the WWE's resurgence. The Anoa'i family, the Fatu family, have been married to the WWE for generations. I mean, they are just as much a part of the backbone of WWE as the McMahon family is, as the Rhodes family is. And yes, I agree, Camino. It is too early to put that kind of belt on LA Knight, but a guy can dream. Okay, I got onto him for talking about John Cena, and then you're gonna come at me like that. But no, the Fatu and Anoa'i families, they run deep in WWE, and I think that's the biggest part of why the Bloodline storyline resonates with everybody because they all know they'll know how deep those families run. If Roman loses, then the next stage is the elders stripping him of his head of the table and him rebelling against the family. Hello, cousins. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, I like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm.
The elders strip him of his head of the table, give it to either Jay or Solo. I guess how I see it going to. But yeah, then you bring in Zilla, you bring in Jacob, you bring in I forgot his name, Haku's son. But you start bringing in all the cousins, and then you've got. And I'm going to need you to share that with me.
Yeah.
Rick saying he's got a whole fantasy booking for that, and I'm going to need you to email that to me, Rick, because I want to read it.
Yesterday.
All right, so we are coming to that last 5-minute mark. I want to start by saying thank you so much for being here tonight. I have missed this so much. I've missed all of you so much. This has been great.
Yes.
This is my therapy. You know that?
I do. Every Thursday night.
This is therapeutic for me, and you guys are the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to turn it over to the guy. Final thoughts. What you got?
Man, final thoughts. Just make sure you guys come out on November 11th for BCW. Make sure you get your tickets early. Also for Squared Circle Pro, November 18th. I believe we're going to be doing the week before that. We're going to do the same thing we always do, where we have interviews with everybody. Is that correct?
We will. We will be doing a week run up from the 13th to the 11th, 12th. Yeah, 13th through the 17th.
17th. Okay. So make sure we're coming out to those shows, guys. Support your local wrestling. We love it. We love it here. I do have to say, I apologize for not being on the show more often. I guess we'll have to do this way more often when we don't have other co-hosts. Maybe pop my head in every now and again. Thank you, J-Reb. We do appreciate everybody coming into the chat and talking with us. It does help us out a lot, and we love you guys very much. And that's all I got.
Well, I of course again want to thank everybody in the chat. You know, Rick, Camino, Mikey, Cameron, everybody that's a part of this. We enjoy doing this, and you guys make it so much more fun than just sitting here talking about wrestling, because the interaction with you guys is what we love. I think the guy said it best. Get out there and get your tickets. Go get tickets for BCW's Draw the Line show, November 11th. Get your tickets for Pieces for Quitters, November 18th. Get your tickets for OSW Revival, December 2nd. But find a way to go watch some West Texas independent wrestling. You will not be disappointed. It is a great time every time. Just make sure you're going. Check it out. It's you said this earlier. It's life-changing. It really is. Because once you get that first experience, you're hooked.
Yes.
You know, you watch the stuff on TV, and yeah, it's TV. Once you're there live and up close and personal, it's like a drug. It really is. You get hooked after your first show. Looking forward to Crown Jewel. I've got our predictions down. We'll see who is right, who is wrong, what it looks like next week, provided there's no illnesses. We will be a whole podcast again. We will have the guy in the background. We will have myself. We will have Little Guapo. We will have the triumphant return of Baby Bruss. Looking forward to that. And the guy saying, I don't have to be on here anymore because
no. Hey, look, I can still be a voice in the background. I have no problems with that. I just I don't know most of the stuff you guys are talking about. That's my downfall. I got to do more research, but the man's busy. So
I get that. Well, we will be here next week. Mac the Franchise joining us live on the show next week. So looking forward to that. That'll be right before his big match on BCW.
Yes.
So looking forward to having him on. Looking forward to seeing all of you. So until next week, I am Guapo. He is the guy. This is the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast, and we will see you next week. Yeah.